200th live stream tea tasting. I am excited because today is an extra special day, and I have been waiting for this a long time. Apparently, I've done this for 200 episodes, and it's been a blast. So today I'm going to do something special. Instead of reviewing a new tea, I'm going to do something I've never done before. It's an AMA where I'll be taking questions from, hey Sneha, welcome. And Dark Phoenix on Twitch, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm just bringing up, there we go. I had to bring up my my Facebook because sometimes I don't get my messages. And that really, really sucks, especially for an AMA. So tonight, I am challenging my followers and my viewers to come up with questions that they'd like to know the answers to, and I will do my best to answer them. Amanda and Ani, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am excited about today's stream, and words just can't express. We had the first question, what am I drinking? And that's pretty good question. Tonight I am drinking Pu'er Hazelberry. It's trade secret that you actually knew that I was drinking something because here it is. I would say that's kind of cheating because you saw me brought my tea stuff here, but I'll take what I can get. That is the first question of my AMA, and I'm proud of it. It's been 200 episodes, and I am still excited to do this as I've always been. It's all because of you guys who've been watching me and keeping me going when I needed it the most. And I am very grateful, very thankful that you guys could make it. And I'm very excited to see what questions you have for me. So in continuation with what am I drinking, it's a Sheng Pu'er, Shu Pu'er. It's a cooked Pu'er with strawberries, cocoa nibs, natural cream flavors, natural strawberry flavors, and natural hazelnut flavor. So this is one of my all-time favorites. I love just jumping into these and here's my first sip for the night. And yes, hello other people in the chat who are quiet so far. This is my AMA, my Ask Me Anything, so I encourage you to break your quietness. I'm also streaming on Twitch, and I'll be taking questions from there as well. So you can join me at either channel. Am I going to start the tea parties again? Most likely, yeah. We did it last time because of COVID, and everything was just outrageous. So after everything has gotten better. I said, you know what? Let people go out and do their thing, and then summer came, so yeah, still people are more likely to go out. But now that the weather's cooling off, I'm probably going to start doing tea parties again. I would love to see you guys because it's been quite a while. And when it's cold outside, nobody wants to go out. Especially here, we're in Illinois, so it is freezing out there. So when the weather is appropriate, I'll go ahead and start initiating the tea parties again, and hopefully we'll get a lot of the gang back together. I have lost contact with a couple people. Maybe they'll show up again. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. So yeah, absolutely, I'm definitely interested in doing more tea parties. You know what? Today I just realized if I'm not presenting tonight's tea, I can cheat a little. Got a little bit of sugar over here. Yum yum. Got my teaspoon. So I'm going to cheat. I don't normally sweeten this particular tea, but I'm kind of in the mood. I'm in a good mood, so I want to cheat a little bit. Also, you know what? I also have a little bit of milk that I don't want to go bad. That is not a real teaspoon. It is and it isn't. It is the appropriate size. But here's the thing. It's also engraved. This was, I believe it was an anniversary or a Valentine gift from Sneha. And on the inside it says, "You are my cup of tea." It's hard to tell because there's a reflection. So yeah, it says "You're mine" and a little bit of a little teacup, and this says "cup of tea." Yeah, I wish that you guys could see it a little better, but unfortunately, that's gonna have to do for tonight. Oh yeah, that definitely that is so sweet. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. Now you see why I kept her. We have a question. Why would you put sugar in tea? Ugh. Because I feel like it. I feel like sweetening it. So what? I don't do it often. As a matter of fact, I don't remember the last time I actually put sugar in my tea, but it's good once in a while. More like she kept you. Yeah, I am not going to. I'm not going to argue that one because I am a bit of a handful. So why did I choose hazelberry for today? 90% because it was in my drawer, 10% because I like it. It was just one of those things that I said, "Ooh, hazelberry, let's do it." Oh, and I am, for the first time ever, I'm streaming from my office. That's why you see everything behind me. I decided to do something a little bit different today. Make it casual, a little one-on-one, just to talk and share some laughs. Ooh, this is good. So anyway, throw your questions at me. I'm opening up the floor. I'm looking forward to what you guys have got for me. I do want to. How does the tea taste? I'm not doing that today. I've reviewed this tea before, and I'm not reviewing it today. Today's a special day. I'm not talking about the tea I'm drinking. Show the office. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to show you the wall behind the camera because I have two cameras. I'll worry about that in about a couple minutes. But as you can see, I've got my setup right here. Windows, my sofa. This in the back is a very special. Oh no! You guys are seeing I'm in my pajama pants. No! Doggone it! I'm exposed. That was your plan all along, wasn't it? Okay, so that photo over there in the back, that has Jackie and JFK actual memorabilia with some of the stationery from their desk and a calling card. That came from one of my dearest friends, Jackie sorry. What was that? Nice PJs? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I know I got the sexy legs. So anyway, it came from Jackie Branstein, a friend of mine who I met at Gilda's Club. And she used to work for JFK and mainly for Jackie. And so all of this is certified authentic, and I keep it close at all times because I love this thing. And I have see on Twitch you can see it. So let me turn my Facebook phone. You can see I have my fridge, a couple plants here and there. Is that couch comfy? Oh, it is. Like I sleep on it every chance I get, which isn't often, but whenever I do, oh, I just pass out. It's great. No, the original idea, I was supposed to have a convertible couch back there for guests in case we needed an extra, but we couldn't get it up the stairs, so we left the convertible downstairs and brought this one up here, and it's great. Like whenever I'm working and I need a break, then I just lay down there and either pass out or I do some stuff. Because I keep falling. Yeah, that's the problem. And it is difficult to make it a punishment. I'm not gonna lie, because you're like, go sleep on the couch. I'm like, okay. So on the other side, can you see it? Yeah, on this side, you can see it on Twitch. You can't see it on Facebook. But I have my printer set up. There you go, with a couple of canvas prints. And now comes the real challenge. I might have to do this one at a time. Because I only have two hands and two cameras and I'm not that coordinated. So I'll go with the wireless one first. So this is my accent wall with a lot of art on it. So starting from that side, I have the very, very top over here is an original commission tea dragon. That I had done by Kit Steele, and it's done for Lapsang Souchong, which actually has Lapsang Souchong in it. So that's one of my all-time favorite teas, as you guys know. So I had to have that done, and it came out excellent. I love that. Over here is a piece by Minami Lane, who I met at C2E2, the last one, and she's got an interesting. Let me see if I can put it closer. She's got an interesting style. Does a lot of dark pieces and just it's amazing. We got some Martin Zavala foil print over here of the Venomized Doom, to which I do own the original. It's currently being graded right now at CGC, so I'm waiting for the date that it comes back so that I can hang it up next to it. I have a comic book, a remarked comic book. This one is really cool. I'll actually go over there. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm waiting for the feed to catch up. There you go. So if you notice, that's Nickelodeon's Real Monsters. It was remarked by the artist, kind of a thing. This piece, you can see right above my head, is Edgar Allan Poe and a mermaid and an octopus playing chess, another piece by Kit Steele. That actually, was this, have I gotten my New York collection yet? Not yet. But it's in the works. I'm going to. So down here are two horror pieces, again by Martin Zavala. This was done as a charity thing, and I couldn't help it. I love this. Is that my poem? Yes, it is. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Will people on Twitch get to see what you're showing? Probably not, because that's actually a wired camera. So it's going to be harder to go on, and I'm spending way too much time doing this. And there's nobody currently watching on Twitch anyway. And it's going to disappear in about a week, so, what's the point? At least this is for posterity. That is my t-shirt that was signed at San Francisco Comic-Con. SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con. There were 4 people, but nobody's I don't know this because nobody's talking. So if you hear that, if you're on Twitch, I don't know if you're there unless you're talking. So please say something, ask me questions, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So yeah, I got these signed by a bunch of people, both artists and random people at San Diego Comic-Con. It was really awesome. And then I got Comic-Con. Cool. Do I cosplay? I do not cosplay, unfortunately. I've always wanted to, but I never really had the chance. Because it's the kind of thing that I want to do with people. And, in my younger days, nobody really wanted to do it with me. Or if they did, it just would fall through. So I never got to do it. I'm willing, definitely willing to do it, but I have yet to actually do it. So this piece, there we go, is original art by, only by Jackie. Sorry about that. By You Never Worked for JFK, just Jackie and Bobby. Oh, sorry. I was a little bit off then. So this is original art that did make it onto a comic book cover. This was my all-time favorite cover by Jen Leonard, and I loved it so much I had to buy it. Along with a print by Greg Horn. It's signed by the man himself. And right underneath is a sticker set. Again, a foil print sticker set by Martin Zavala. And last but not least, this wall behind me, I have Edgar Allan Poe, who you can tell I'm probably a big fan. Was this You Want to Go and Try It Once? You should go as King Klingons. Oh, absolutely. I would love to go as a Klingon. If I can find like the wrinkly forehead, I'd be set. So we got Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven. We have Harley Quinn behind me. It's a canvas print, and Igor. So that concludes the tour of my office. Oh, you can make the crinkly forehead? I would love to have that. And I can't put this thing down. There it is. You do some effects. Hey, I'd be more than happy to take you up on that offer. Was it Harley Quinn is a bad girl desire? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to see all of those effects. I mean, I love that kind of like special effects, makeup kind of thing. It's so interesting. I wish I had that kind of talent. Oh, let me adjust my camera right there. Okay, there we go. Woo! It is hot in here. I gotta tell you, I'm not used to streaming from here, so I'm sweating up. I even opened up the windows behind me. It is doing nothing. There's no wind coming in. I'm like, aw. Oh, excuse me. Am I allergic to latex? No. No, I have used latex many times. And, I'm all good. Ooh. All of this is like starting to drain my sinuses. I really hate when that happens on screen because it's like everything starts going and I can't talk. I don't know, it's just really bad timing. Many times, yes. Gloves. Gloves. I know what you're thinking, dirty mind. When you come to visit, you'll have to cast my face. Well, yeah. I mean, go for it. We'll have to leave some room for my glasses. I don't know if we can have my glasses in the cast, but yeah, I'm down for it. Should I turn the AC on? Yes, please. I'm kind of dying here. So is there a tea that is very spicy you can drink when you want to drain your sinuses? Absolutely. I actually created one specifically for my, specifically for my sinuses, but I recommend it to other people. I call it liquid kick in the face, and I actually have some right here. Where is it? I usually keep my liquid kick in the face close by somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to dig it out. I have way too much to go through. But it's chili. What was it? chili lime green coconut with lapsang souchong in it. And let me tell you, it just, it clears your sinuses like nothing. It's got chili powder, it's got green tea, red peppercorn, coconut flakes, and then lapsang souchong. I lost you at chili. Oh, come on. You love all of those except for the last one because you don't know what it is. It is very smoky. It's really, really. It's hard to describe. Like when you smell it, it smells very leathery. I used to joke that it smelled like you walked into a Payless shoe store because it just has that scent. And when you brew it, oof, it permeates the room. One time I made just lapsang souchong at my job, and somebody thought I was making bacon. I'm like, how do you make bacon at your cubicle? What? So does it taste like feet? No, it does not taste like feet. It tastes like a barbecue pit. It's like the very best barbecue pit that you can imagine. It's really smoky, and it warms you for from the core. It's one of my all-time favorite go-tos. Well, yeah. If you want to try that, I'll send a link. It's amazing stuff. The first time I tried it, I was hooked. And you miss Payless? Oh yeah, I know. Me too, kinda. I miss $20 shoes, but I don't miss having to replace them every other month. That's. So is there a tea that smells and tastes like feet? Valerian. Valerian is a tea that it's supposed to help you fall asleep, and it's not a tea. It's an herb, but it's notable for smelling like feet, and it doesn't necessarily taste like feet, but the smell translates. Not to be confused with Targaryen. Yeah, exactly. So is that a winter? That is a winter drink. I mean, you can drink it anytime. I drink it all year round, but it does go well in the fall and winter. But yeah, Valerian. Valerian is. I mean, it's softer. It tastes like soft feet. No, it's a softer taste. It tastes more like on the hay, grassy end of the spectrum, but it smells like feet. Yeah, I know. Will I read a poem live? Oh man, you want you toe jam? No. Will I read a poem? I mean, I could. You guys want to hear a poem? Okay, I'll read. This is. Let me open up my my folder. For those of you who don't know, I've been working on on a book of silly poems. If you want to pick it, like, I mean, I don't know what I want to give away. I'll probably do one of my older ones. I'll do one of my older ones because I don't want to give too much away. As a matter of fact, you know what? You guys are in for a treat. Nobody Loves Me. I knew you were gonna pick that one. That one. I mean, I want the ending to remain a mystery. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do Nobody Loves Me. Okay, and this is it's not it's not what you think. Or the one about my sister. I'm not including that one. No, that one was way too new. That one is way too new. I'm gonna do Nobody Loves Me. This is one that I wrote maybe about 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years. Oh, you read the which one, Viva? The Nobody Loves Me or the one about my sister? I know you read the one about my sister. I don't know if you read Nobody Loves Me. Okay, okay. You know what? Well, while you answer that, oh, the one about my sister. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that one is cute. I thought you meant Nobody Loves Me. I was like, I don't remember sending that one to you. But okay, okay. Without further ado, I'm going to read Nobody Loves Me. Okay. Nobody loves me. I'm all alone. No one picks up when I call on the phone. Nobody loves me. Does anyone care? When I ring the bell, they pretend they're not there. Nobody loves me, and I don't know why. I seem to be a pretty likable guy. Nobody likes me. Nobody loves me, especially her. She tore through my chest where my heartbeats once were. I climbed through her window. I called out her name. She fell out of bed, said I was to blame. I drove past her house 6 times in one night. I honked a hello, but it gave her a fright. I wrote her a letter and sealed with a kiss in paint on her wall so she couldn't miss. I crept in her house and to take care of her cat. I used the key that she kept under her welcome mat. No one was home, so I gave it some food. What can I say? I'm just that kind of dude. I smelled all her scents and slept in her bed. I went through her clothes, wore her bra on my head. I got in her bathtub and tried out her soap. I slipped under her covers in hopes of a grope. She came home quite early and found me quite fast. Her father was there, put my leg in a cast. He fractured my elbow and busted my head. He punched me in the gut and kicked me out of bed. I cried and she cried and she screamed. The cops were then called. They came way too fast and I got myself hauled. I'm stuck in my cell with nowhere to go. Nobody loves me except Bubba Joe. Yeah, it was not what you were expecting, huh? Yeah, that took a turn. Yo, assume I'm insulting them? I mean, it's all about stalkers. You know, the story behind that one, the reason for the twist was because I was trying to make pathetic sound funny, but nobody could hear the voice in my head. So it wasn't really clicking. We need to rename me Blondie? Why Blondie? Like the jokes weren't hitting. So I had to read you heard pathetic. Well, yeah, because it starts off with nobody loves me, nobody loves me, nobody loves me. And so she wrote us. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That she wrote that song about stalking. But yeah, I nobody heard the voice in my head, so it wasn't as funny, and so I had to give the audience a reason why nobody loved him. You know, and he comes across as good intentioned but super creepy, and it was like, ooh, it just, hey pops, welcome. It just takes that turn into the psychotic. And I had after I wrote that, I just I'm gonna get you. Oh yeah, I know that song. And also I'll Be Watching You by Sting. That's another one. Ooh. When you really listen to the lyrics, that is some creepy stuff, man. But yeah, I wound up going from pathetic is funny to stalking. It's like, wow. Every Breath You Take by Sting, yeah, that's the one. All of the police was creepy back in the day. Well, yeah. I mean, Don't Stand Too Close to Me was pretty bad too. Uh, that one, I mean, the implications of it, wow. Um, Sending out an SOS was good. I can't think of anything that's creepy about that one. Um, what was the other one? There were a few that were like non creepy, but like the more I listened to their stuff, and the when I was older, and I started listening to some of these things and like really getting the lyrics, I'm like, oh boy. So who is my favorite band of all time? I'm very moody. Like I'll go through phases. So my go-to genre is always classic rock. So in that category, it's either going to be like Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, REO Speedwagon. Yeah, when you were younger, they were vibing, but not so much. Well, I mean, yeah, that happens. Um, that happens when you get older and you realize you learn more about the world than you knew when you were younger. That kind of a thing. It's like, okay, I don't think I can get that anymore. Fleetwood Mac. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. I heard they bought a farm and they turned it into Fleetwood MacDonald had a farm. Yeah, okay, that was bad. Oh man, yeah. Stevie Nicks really. Woo. Oh man. Ooh, I got a refill. Oh, that's it. Like, man, I'm kind of disappointed. Your husband's nephew managed Fleetwood Mac. Wow, that is awesome. See, Jackie like has. If you want to play 6 degrees of separation from somebody, you want to talk to Jackie. She like knows everybody or knows somebody that knows somebody. I swear. Like, if I was to name a random celebrity, she's like, oh yeah, my cousin's uncle used to play with their dog, and I'm like, whoa. That is awesome. Like, you have like the best stories ever. What's my best worst dad joke of all time? Oh man, there's so many of them. Um, Jeez, I would have to say my all time favorite one. This is the worst. Is what's brown and sticky? A stick. It's so terrible. Don't tell them about my connection to the Beatles. I can't. You never even told me about what happened there. Like I just know I know the general idea. I don't know specifics. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't go into detail. I would have said skunkweed 20 years ago. Well, yeah, 20 years ago. Ooh, wrong pipe. Excuse me. All right. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about my poem because it's not just a piece, but it's part of a collection. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for it. So, as a lot of you know, I'm planning on expanding. You spent a weekend with them in 1964, but you're not telling us what you did that weekend. And that's the true story right there. Like, I really have got to find out one of these days what happened that weekend, because a lot can happen in 48 hours. Um, but so what I'm doing is I'm expanding the community into my own business, which is going to be focusing on tea experiences and I'm creating that book so that uh, so that I can help fundraise for it. So I'm 2 poems away, but I have started both, so I can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel right now. I have 2 more poems left, and once they're done, I'm gonna finish getting them edited, and then I'll begin production, because I'm talking to a few of my artist friends to do illustrations, and one of them, I'm not going to say who, because I want it to be a bit of a big deal. But one of them had agreed maybe about an hour ago that he would do the foreword for it. So I am thoroughly excited. He is an incredible guy, and I'm looking forward to what he has to say. And so he agreed to do the foreword, and it was just the best thing. Hey Jose, welcome. It was the best thing that has happened in a while. He's never done a foreword for anybody else before, and he's got a really great personality for it. So I'm thrilled to see what he'll come up with. That being said, I've got everything that I need to get the ball rolling. I've talked to a couple of artists for illustrations, and once it's out, it's going to be a legit book. And I really have high hopes to get this out there and to really have people enjoy it, because it's been a lifelong dream for me to get something published, and if that's going to be used to invest into my passion for tea, all the better. My poems are good. Thank you. You're making me blush. And there will be more writing to come, because I am working with another artist on some of her pieces. I'm going to be doing some write-ups. So we'll be seeing that product later on. And also, you can't wait till I publish the damn book. I know you've been on me for ages, like literally years. And then after that, I'm working on other collections. So yeah, you have been waiting a very long time. I'm actually impressed at how long you've been waiting, and yeah, I know you've been waiting 17 years. And I'm like, you're the last person. You never gave up on me, and I really appreciate that. Even when I gave up on myself, and I thought, yeah, it's never gonna happen. And now here it is, longer than you've been married. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's been a really long time, and I appreciate that you never gave up on me, because I mean, like, publishing has been in the back of my mind for years, and I just I never thought it would happen. But it's just around the corner. It's going to happen even if you kill me. Well, I mean, if you kill me, I'm not going to be able to publish anything at all. That's going to be very difficult. Unless you inherit my works, then you'll have to put it out for me. But don't worry, it's not going to come to that, because I am 2 poems away from finishing my book, and I don't foresee anything stopping me at this point. Hopefully by the end of next week, I'll be finished with both of them. You'll publish what you have, yeah. I know. I know you have like my early stuff. Even my unfinished. But I don't really. What was the name of that one? God, I don't remember I think it was the Platinum Haired Man. I have decided that I'm going uh, to work that into a short story. So that's one piece that's coming back, and everything else is brand new. You already know about one of the other pieces, but I have like two or three more in my head. So how will I distribute the old way, or the new way, or a little of both? It's going to be a little bit, a little of both. I'm starting. Okay, so I'm going to be putting together a Kickstarter once everything is together, and I will have different tiers. You want a book? Well, yeah, you'll be getting a book, but I'll be putting together different packages. So there's going to be my ultimate goal is to have a book, hopefully a hardcover as well. I don't know if the printer does hardcover. I'll find out. So there will be a book. There will be a digital book. I'm about 80% sure there's going to be an audio book. There's going to be prints to go along with it. I'm thinking stickers, sticker sets, maybe bookmarks. I gotta find if anybody like creates bookmarks. If I can put because like this piece right here, I have a metal bookmark. If I can find a place that does these, that would be awesome. She will need an audio narrated by me or Wesley Snipes. I actually have somebody. I have some. No, I'm not going to do the audio because I hate my voice. My voice sounds terrible on recordings, and I'm like, no. But I do have a couple of people who actually do voice acting and audio books in their repertoire. So you can make the bookmarks from in metal or plastic or paper. Like what material could you make it out for? Now keep in mind, if you make them, there's a possibility that it's going to be like tons and tons of them. So I'm not going to hold you to anything right now, unless I can like find a place that can just mass produce them quickly. Laminated, okay. We'll see, because I will have digital art to go by. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that then. But yeah, I would love to have bookmarks to go along with the books. That might be a stretch goal, kind of a thing. Like for every book that sells, every physical book that sells would come along with a bookmark if I get a certain if I get a stretch goal past my $10,000 goal. Anything above that, we'll start doing the bookmarks and book charms. That actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. So yeah, we'll talk about that then. Yeah, because I love the idea of collaborating and getting new items for it. That's a good idea to feature it during signings. Oh, absolutely. That's what's going to be. That's what's going to be the one of my features is going to be signatures. If you want a certain set, you can get a certain set signed by me and the artist. Because I have multiple artists on there. So let's say if you want one from me and Jen Leonard, who is definitely down for doing this, she'll sign it, like for more money, of course. But yeah, like that'll be part of the the packages. So this is still in the planning phase. but yeah, like I have so many like exciting ideas and things that I want to add to it. Um, and once that's done, I can't wait. Like I know once these books come in, I'm gonna have like these huge these huge boxes, and I'm not gonna have fun packing them. Um, but I will have. You were super excited for me. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. It's been a wild ride, and it's been years and years in the making. I mean, like you guys who have known me for decades have always known how I always wanted to be a writer, and I talked about it. And like I went through so many years of thinking, like I knew I could do it if I wanted to, but I always thought nobody would be interested. And apparently that's just what artists do to themselves. But now that I'm older, I'm wiser, more mature, I understand what true limitations are. It's not just what's in my head, but I'm only limited by what I don't do, and that has been my motivation. When I left this last job, I was like, this is it. I cannot work for anybody else anymore. I need to follow my passion. I need to do what I've always wanted to do in my life, because working for other people, I felt like I was doing good and putting positivity out in the world, but it was never fulfilling to me. Like I can feel like I'm benefiting everybody else, but I was draining. It was just, I was empty inside, and that was something that I just can't live with anymore. So is this, I still feel the way they read them in Time Capsule, maybe? Yeah, possibly. Exactly. Many times people feel they get sidelined by society telling them that you can't do it, or they say you're not good enough. Well, you know what I say. Yeah, oh, I know, I know what you say. And I don't think you've ever read my prose. Just as far as poetry is concerned, I know you love my poetry. And so there's at least two more coming your way once I'm done. As it says, a friend, please feel free to utilize my publishing contracts. Contacts. Oh, absolutely, I'm going to. Once I get everything put together, we'll see what we can do, because it's gonna be fun. This is something that not a whole lot of people are doing. For those of you who have heard my story before, I'm please forgive me for repeating it, but putting it out there to the audience. So this all started this was what, 2008, 2009, something like that, where I was still living in New York, and I went to the Tim Burton exhibit at the MoMA. And while I was there, they had all of his movie props. They had like pieces of script. They had his sketches, and like everything was fascinating. But the most fascinating thing that they had there was a book of his poetry, and it is exactly what you would think it is. Like, it's just very odd. I didn't invite you. Well, that's because I think that was, that was while I was unemployed. I think that was right around the time that you were planning your wedding, if I'm remembering correctly, because I was unemployed, but I wasn't considering moving to Chicago yet. So it was within that 2-year period. So it might have been 2010. I don't remember. I'm terrible with dates. You were already married. Oh, okay. then I don't remember. I don't remember why. But anyway, so he had a bunch of poems um, that was already put together. Then they were very odd, very very dark, but entertaining. And it never occurred to me that you could write that, you know? And, like everything that I had written before had always been like love poetry or introspection or, like trying to be Mr. Thoughtful. And yeah, it was good, but it wasn't my voice. All my love poetry was written for somebody else and they didn't appreciate it. All of my introspection was written and, I felt like I was being sophisticated, but it wasn't my real voice. So that day I went home and I wrote the titular characters of my current book, Eddie and Edie, and I put that down. I put that down in my laptop, and it took about like maybe 3 or 4 hours. But by the time I was done, I was laughing so hard, like tears were rolling down my eyes, because like the entire time I was envisioning everything that was going on. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's going to be a lot of spoilers. But for those of you who have already read it, you know where I'm going with this. So I wrote Eddie and Edie, and I was like, that is it. I love it. This is perfect. I'm never touching this again. But then the idea of making a sequel came to mind, and I was like, no, if I write a sequel, it's gonna ruin the authenticity of the first one. And I was scared. I was like, no, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. If I do this, it's gonna just destroy my legacy. So for 2 years, I fought with everything inside me not to do a sequel. And then I had the idea, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this as a trilogy, 2 sequels, because I couldn't shut up. I love these characters so much, and I was like, this can't be the end. So I sat there, and for 2 days straight, I wrote parts 2 and 3, and not only did it add depth to the story, but it gave it such a heartwarming ending that I'm not gonna lie, I cried when I ended it, because it was just so cathartic. It was so like they got the ending that they needed, and I fell in love with these characters, so much so that I even tried to make animated shorts to put on YouTube. And I had everything set up, but at the end of it, my animator had dropped out, so I couldn't do anything with it. But I still felt the need and the urge to do something with them. I'm talking like this is 17 years later. Probably less. I don't remember the year that I wrote Eddie and Edie, but it's been at least a decade, maybe a decade and a half since I wrote it. And I still have such a love for these characters that I want more people to meet them. I know you love them. They've been like they are such an odd pair, but they're so relatable. They're so, oh man, like if I were to do an AMA just on Eddie and Edie, I would probably take up 5 hours. But Um, it's been such a ride. I loved being with them, and I loved like telling their story. And it just went through. They have so much shenanigans. Exactly, like they're always up to no good, and that's kind of what it's just what I love about them is that they are so relatable. It's just like you sit there, you watch them go at it, and at the end of it, like you know that they're just so full of it. it's, yeah, it's just I don't know. All I'm saying is that I love these characters so much, and I'm so glad that they're getting a platform of their own. Maybe after the book comes out, I can do an AMA. Probably. I'll probably do it on my regular Facebook page because it's not really tea related at that point, unless unless I do it as like a promo for the book. But we'll see. Do you think I'll ever make some new characters? Oh, I'm making new characters all the time. In fact, one of the poems that I'm working on right now is a new character. I don't want to talk too much about that because it's not even finished yet. Similar to them? Probably not. As much as I love them, if there's going to be anything similar to them, it might as well be them. I'm probably not going to create characters like that, but I'm going to make new and exciting characters and hopefully funny characters and characters like the Boogeyman. That's another one that I wrote where it's not going to go where you expect. What about Buck? Buck, I haven't decided if he's met his end yet. Buck, if there is a book 2, then Buck might come back. Maybe. We'll see. I'm still on the fence because like he needs a trilogy too. I know. And that's you see, I would love to do a trilogy for him. I thought you said you didn't read him though. I don't know if you haven't read it, so I don't know if you could tell that I'm going to have a trilogy. That's right, Viva. You haven't read Buck either. Man, I swear by the time the book comes out, you're gonna have all the poems practically memorized. Yeah, I'll send Buck over to you. One you mean the boogie? You read that one? You read the Boogeyman. So I don't no spoilers, but you'll tell me what you thought. I know. Oh, you haven't read it yet. Okay, so I'm confused. You said you read that one, and then the Boogeyman, and you haven't read it. You're throwing me, you're throwing me around here. Okay? Oh, so you read Buck. You didn't read the Boogeyman. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Now I'm on the same page. Gotcha. And Snea loves the Boogeyman. Oh my god, that one is. I think it came out to about 12 pages, right? I want to say. I just kept going and going, and oh my god, like I love the Boogeyman too, but he went a while. I tell you, man, the Boogeyman was just one of those. You'll read that one next. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, like because I know the kind of stories that you like. Oh, excuse me. So I think that I really think that you'll enjoy The Boogeyman, and that's one that I was thinking about separating, also doing part one, part two, part three. Uh, if I do that in the book, they will be consecutive. Because like just enough to break it up. And if I do that, then I'm already past my goal. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I want to separate it. We'll see. It's something that I'm still considering. And you finished the Fly story. Oh yeah, that one was based on a true story, by the way. Yeah, it's called The Girl with the Fly in Her Hair. Jackie was there when I read it to the group, and it's a very interesting story. That one was one of my it actually everything that happened really happened that way. Did it have me falling down the stairs? No, not yet. I'm trying to avoid falling down the stairs as much as I can because, gravity has not been my friend since I moved into this house. No, she's not. Oh, if she recorded it, you wouldn't see it happen because she would be laughing on the floor. All you see is, oh no, ha 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 ha. All you'll see is the ceiling. God. I don't know why these stairs hate me. Because I fixed one of them. I fixed it really well. It's beautiful. You'll slap that mess on TikTok. Yeah, for real. Oh my God. Oh man, I've already fallen down the stairs twice since moving in, and that is 2 more times than I have done in years. So, because I have big old feet, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have had to become really cautious lately by going down the stairs. I swear, you and your husband, for real, gravity is not our friend. Gravity is useful, but it is not our friend. Carpet stairs and stairs that kind of curve in, so it's not even going all the way down. That's the problem. Yeah, mine in New York are wood. So, but they're all straight, and you go down, and you're just every step is the same, so you know what to expect. Muscle memory is fine, but the ones that turn, I'm not making excuses. It's just the way that it is. You go down the stairs, and then suddenly it makes a turn, and one of the stairs is not as big in the spot as the others, so you run out of room real quick and you just slide. Dead man's curve, yeah, that's very accurate. Because one of these days, I'm gonna wind up dead on the bottom of the staircase, and Sneha's gonna be like, insurance, pay off, woohoo. And yeah, Phoenix, I know I'm very aware of the time. It's okay. I know it's 9 p.m. I told everybody, as long as people are talking, I'm gonna keep going. And this is what I thrive on, Sneha's gonna have the camera in her hand so that she knows she has evidence that she didn't kill me. That's gonna be her alibi. Yeah, it's 10 for Ani, and she's a trooper. She's up and raring to go. I mean, come on. We're all girl alibi. Exactly. Unless, of course, she has it on a tripod, and then you see a shadow go, and and I go, ah! Because that's how it's really going to happen. She's going to get sick and tired of me and just be like, those stairs can be quite treacherous. What is my favorite movie genre? It depends on my mood. I love cheesy horror movies. The old school stuff. I grew up on like Freddy Krueger, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Phantasm. Phantasm was the very first horror movie that actually left an impact on me. I don't know if you've seen it, but Phantasm. Okay, so here's the scenario. I was about maybe 4 or 5, and we were coming home from the circus, and I remember this vividly, like it was yesterday. So we were, okay, have a good night, Jackie. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us. So I remember this vividly. We walked into my grandmother's house, and my aunt and grandpa were watching Phantasm on the VCR. Like, this is how old it was, like on that big box of a screen. And I walked in right at the part where the tall man was holding the kid like this. This is the first Phantasm. For those of you who've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So he's holding this kid, and the kid is like struggling, and this ball with blades in it comes flying at them. And we walk in just in time for the kid to like escape, and the wall goes right in the guy's head, and it stays there, and then blood starts squirting out. And I'm like, cool! As soon as I say cool, my grandmother goes, no! It covers my eyes. It was too late. I already saw it. And at that point, like, I loved cheesy horror movies. Like, that was just the absolute best. So yeah, that's my first real horror movie memory. Yep, Phantasm. That's the one, the very first one. With what's his name? Angus Scrimm. I love that guy. May he rest in peace. He was classic. But yeah, Gijo, I would love to have another movie date with Gijo. As a matter of fact, I found out that Amazon Prime has a movie party, a viewing party mode. So I can send him a link. Like, I would love to get like a bunch of people together to do it, and like just have a day where we just watch movies. That would be really great. And Jaws. Oh yeah, Jaws is always gonna be classic. Like, I loved the first Jaws, the very first, and I love the scene where the head comes out of the bottom of the boat. You guys who've seen it know which part that is. And that was just like, that was iconic. You and Ray need one too? That would be so much fun. Oh yeah, as long as it is not only horror. I mean, we'll plan. I love horror, but I'm willing to watch other stuff. We'll do this on a regular basis, because, it's like, now that, maybe the tea parties, that could be part of the tea party. We'll do that. If we do once a week or once every other week, one of those days could be a movie day. I don't know. We'll see. I'm always open for ideas, so we'll plan it once winter has really set in. So yeah, if you guys are interested in doing that kind of a thing, by all means, I'll be happy to set it up. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm set. Like, I love these ideas because I want to interact with the guys, with everybody from the community. Anyway, so we'll do that. I'll even tell Jackie, say, hey Jackie, come on, let's watch this show. Because now that after she's gone, but yeah, like that would be awesome. I would love to set that up with you guys. So maybe, let me see. Because Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Where's my mouse? I can't find, there it is. All right, looking at my calendar. So the 25th is going to be 24th and 25th is going to be Thanksgiving weekend. Maybe we'll do something for the 25th. Yeah, let's set something up for like a post-Thanksgiving kind of a thing. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be off that day, and if not, we'll do it that Saturday. I don't know, we'll see. Have I ever met anyone famous? I have met a lot of famous people. I was lucky enough to live in New York, and they were practically everywhere, and I would always bump into them just absolutely randomly. I don't know if I ever told you this story, Viva, about my favorite George Takei. George Takei. George. Okay, who was my favorite? I'll answer that with this. George Takei was my second favorite. Because my first favorite is really, really hard to beat. And I'll tell you why. My first favorite is, no, well, first let me say, okay, I'll say why George Takei is my second favorite. And from this interaction, he should, by all intents and purposes, he should have been my first favorite. But my first favorite is really hard to, the guy from Evil Dead. I mean, he was up there, but that was pretty run of the mill. George Takei I met when we went to C2E2 for Sneha's very first C2E2. We went and we were like, I want to say second or third in line. So we were waiting to meet him, and he's talking to the lady in front of us about different languages. And he was talking about how he knows C2E2, yeah, it's kind of like a Comic-Con. So he was talking to the lady in front of us about speaking different languages, and he was like, oh yeah, I speak Spanish, I speak Japanese, I speak English, I speak French, German. Like he's multilingual. Like I knew he was intelligent, but I had no idea like how intelligent he is. Like certified genius. You know, I love him to death. He is, to me, he's a national treasure. So following up, you know, he talked to the lady moved on, and so following up, we walked over to him, and he was like, so as I was talking to her, who was her? She was just some random lady who was in front of us. George Takei was talking to the fan in front of us about different languages. So he moves on to us, and he's like, yeah, we were just talking about different languages, and he was asking, he's like, do you speak other languages? And I say, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so oh no, who is George? George Takei. He played Sulu on the original Star Trek, and he's done like a bunch of like TV roles, and he's known mostly for like voice acting, stuff like that. So, and he's like a huge advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. Yeah, he's incredible. Like I love him to death. He's amazing. So we walked up to him, and he was like, so do you speak any other languages? And I said, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so I understand Spanish. I don't speak it very well, and a little bit of French. He goes, how much French? And I said, well, I took about a year and a half in junior high school, so not a whole lot. So he goes, do you know words like oui oui? And I said, yeah. I'm like laughing. He's like, very, very basic. So he goes, do you know ménage à trois? I was just like, and I pointed to Snare. I was like, yes, and I hope she knows it too. And he was cracking up. And so, yeah, like, George Takei was offering a threesome. Not offering, but, joking about it. And I, like, that is epic. So that should have been number one. But number one, which is almost impossible to. He was in Howard's Sex Fantasy. Oh my god! I don't think I saw that episode, but I'm gonna have to check it out. But my favorite is actually Stephen Colbert, and I'll tell you why. Back in what was it? About 2000, 2001, I was working at a TV station. It was the Image Group, and I was in the shipping department. So one of our responsibilities was going to all of our sister studios and giving them their mail. So one of our sister studios was The Daily Show, and this is when Jon Stewart was there and Stephen Colbert. And so, it was that old crew. So the way that it was set up was you walk in through the lobby, you make a left, and then go up the stairs. And it was very short staircases that you go up, turn around, go up, turn around, go up, back and forth, back and forth. So I was going up there, and around the second staircase, I heard the sound guys were just cracking up. Like, all you can hear is blah, 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 ah, blah, 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 ah, and I'm like, what are these guys laughing at? So I get to the top of the stairs and turn the corner, and right there is Stephen Colbert telling these guys a story and humping the banister. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And he's just going at it. And I have to walk past this guy to bring the mail to like the upper producers' offices and stuff like that. And so he's telling the story, the guys are cracking up, and I have to I'm like, I walk up like 2-3 steps, and I'm like, excuse me, and he stops humping just long enough for me to pass by. And as soon as I'm clear, he goes right back to humping. And I'm walking up the stairs trying to, just holding in my laughter. I'm like, what did I just walk into? And like, to this day, I'm dying to know what that story was about. It's like, what story compels you to hump the banister? I don't know, man, but whatever it was, I want to know. Unfortunately, by the time I got to the top floor and gave the mail back and took the staircase down, they were already done. So I just want to know. That's it. If I ever find out, I'll die happy. But that was my favorite celebrity encounter. And I love telling that story because it's so unbelievably wacky. Oh, I should put my milk away before it goes bad. Oh, this already. Oh, it's sell by the first. Okay, never mind. It's still good. Whew, okay. All right. I think I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. What tea was I drinking? I was drinking Pu'er Hazelberry. Some really good stuff. This is a cooked pu'er. Now that it's over, I can put aside that. It's a cooked pu'er with strawberry, cocoa nibs, strawberry flavor, natural cream flavor, and natural hazelnut flavor. So this is some good stuff. Oh, I gotta put my timer away too. There we go. Yeah, so that was my tea experience for tonight. Okay. Anybody else? I'm opening up the floor once again for questions or comments or anything we want to talk about. This has gone a lot longer than I thought it would. It's already 9:19, going on 9:20. So let me see. It was almost an hour and a half, and I haven't streamed this I haven't streamed this long in a while. Did I see the new Fluffy show? Yeah, we saw it. What was it, on Tuesday or Wednesday night. Oh my god, that was a great one. Oh, I love that guy. Fluffy is amazing, and I love that he's so personable. And you can tell he's like, oh my god, man. Oh, that was yesterday? Are you sure it was yesterday? It feels like a couple days ago. But oh man, Baby Shark. I'm never going to hear that song the same way again. Never. Oh man, but I mean, I love how he's like he's so for real. You know? He's your free pass? Well, yeah. And now that he's single, you know, we might actually have a chance. No, for real, but he's like, he's amazing. Like his personality alone, he's just like, he's a real one. Oh man. And I think one of my, there it is. I had to fix that. You want to find that video? Oh, he doesn't want you to find that video. I'm sure. But just wait, because, I mean, like you said, somebody has it. Somebody has it, and they're going to, it's out there somewhere. I'm telling you, man. You need the money? Yeah, for real. Who doesn't? And if you did find that money, you know, be sure to put some of that towards my Kickstarter. Wink, wink. Oh, man. But seriously, that is just, like, whew, he's one of a kind. He is one of a kind, and I have so much respect for the man. It's kind of sad that he got kicked off Last Comic Standing for such a stupid reason. No one does. Most likely the person that stole the camera recorded over it. I mean, maybe, but like if they knew what was on it, then that's something to hold on for posterity. I'm thinking that whoever had it, watched it, cracked up, and lost it from the years that had passed by. But you know, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. You know, whoever took it, they'll be like, hey, let's see what's on here, and then you know, they got an eyeful. I'm sure. But if that tape ever does come out, I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear something about it. But yeah, it's probably not going to come out because it would have long ago. Fluffy's been around for a long time, so yeah, exactly. But that's my point. Like whoever had that tape would have kept it because it's just so bizarre, you know. And then they watch this guy come out of nowhere, and like it's like, oh wow, he's big now. I'm gonna hold on to this. So whoever has it probably lost it, but they know that it exists. Ooh. Oh, my sinuses. Oh, I am so glad I'm getting a breeze now. Everything is so much cooler now that the tea is done. I'm like, yeah, I can breathe again. What was that? Oh, I heard like maybe that's traffic? I don't know. Oh, but anyway, yeah. Sure. Oh, I thought I saw somebody typed a message in Twitch. They did not. So, yeah. Anyway, opening up the floor. Once again, questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now is the time. This is my AMA. So, yeah, let's keep it rolling. I'm still full of energy. Oof. I'm getting a little bit of a, what's the word, like post-nasal drip. I can feel it going down the wrong pipe. Oof. Anyway. Oh, it looks like you guys have run out of steam. which is, it's fine. Like an hour and a half is not a bad run. So I'll go ahead and close it off for the night. Thank you all so much for joining me. This has been an incredible experience. 200th episode. Looking for another 200 in the future. You guys have been great, so supportive, and I am truly, truly thankful. Thank you so much for coming, and yes, it has been an amazing stream. It's been an amazing experience, and I'm looking forward to developing the community even more. So, all of you guys out there who have friends, have them join, because we'll be doing some more interactive stuff. Now that I have the time. I'm so glad you came, Ray. Thanks so much. And Viva, it's always a pleasure to have you over. This has been, thanks for the poetry read. My pleasure. I'm going to, it's good. It's good exposure. It's good advertisement. So once it comes out, tell your friends. You guys know firsthand that it's going to be a good book. And it's going to a good cause. So once I get my tea business up and running, I'll be happy to I don't know. It's just I'm humbled by the idea of having all of this support. And once my dream is coming on, I just thank you all so much. For being there for me and helping me get through when it was so difficult. When I wanted to give up, you guys did not let me. And so, yeah, I'm humbled. I am truly amazed by what is in store. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for staying with me for 200 episodes. Looking forward to doing another 200 and beyond. And next time we do this, I would love to do another AMA, probably for number 300, unless I can think of something unique by then. So until next time, thanks so much for joining me. This has been a wonderful experience, and I'll see you next time. Bye.